This is Channel 3's Key News at 6.
Hello and welcome to Key News Weekend at 6. I'm Lauren Posen.
Tracy, the energy here at the Arlington is contagious. Tracy, it's called the Smart Landscape Rebate Program. The iPhone went on sale exclusively to Verizon customers last week. In just 13 hours, sold out completely. And I'm Key News reporter Lauren Posen. An area neighborhood is on guard tonight. There's no question, there's so much excitement in the air here. Fans have packed the local bars. If you look behind me here, you'll see just wall to wall. People are just, their eyes are glued to the TV. Local law enforcement and party hosts are doing everything they can to make sure the party stays off the road. Applying for financial aid and all the paperwork that comes along with it can be a really daunting process for both parents and students. Well, CJ, this week is all about celebrating the legacy of a man who brought so much to America and the world. Santa Barbara resident John Barletta played a very important role in the president's life. The former Army vet and Secret Service agent protected the president during his most favorite pastime, riding horseback. Well, Tracy, you know, it's another very busy day for retailers as customers are here in the stores either exchanging out gifts they didn't really like or cashing in on those gift cards. Well, Lou Cannon is certainly well versed in politics, from timers like this to sprinkler heads that actually control the water flow. The motorcycle community is a tight-knit family, and when someone goes down on a bike, the entire community comes together. And I'm Key News reporter Lauren Posen, live from the Arlington tonight, where the community is abuzz for the start of the 26th annual Santa Barbara International Film Festival. I'm here with director Gilles Paquette-Brenner. Now, the U.S. premiere of his film Sarah's Key is opening and kicking off the festivities for the film festival. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Cupcakes for Cancer started locally here in Solvang, but thanks to Blake's help, has gone national with frosting across America. This is the bedroom where the crime took place. Here at Best Buy, the annual After Christmas sale, it's already in full swing. Fire officials tell me when firefighters arrived on scene and went inside the townhome here, these stairs behind me were the color of bright red. No matter your drink or team of choice, law enforcement agencies will be out in force tonight looking for drunk drivers. Now, when it comes to bike safety, the burden doesn't fall so much on the riders, but rather the other drivers on the road. Next on Key News Weekend at 6, the new year is bringing in some new laws. Meanwhile, authorities across the Tri-Counties are keeping busy this weekend, making sure drivers aren't drunk behind the wheel. Santa Maria police held a sobriety checkpoint last night on South Broadway. Over 800 cars passed through. One driver was arrested for a DUI. 10 vehicles were impounded. They were driven by illegal immigrants. A violent attack on New Year's Eve sent a local teenager to the hospital. Well, with the start of the new year comes the annual New Year's resolution list. Most people set goals for themselves to tackle during these next 12 months. Now, if you haven't made your list, here are some good ideas. Tornadoes have gotten the new year off to a deadly start. Sudden storms killed 7 people in Missouri and Arkansas. For a look at what we can expect tonight, let's turn it over to weather expert Sean Quinn in the Sky Tracker weather system. Sean, now, is the rain going to be here tonight or a little bit later tomorrow? Workers installed a new door Thursday at this home on the 2500 block of Crescent Avenue in Santa Barbara. It's just one of the many safety precautions the burglary victims in this house are taking.
We have deadbolts on all of our doors now. We have sensor lights. We have backstops.
Shannon Short has been living here with 2 other roommates since August. Last Thursday at 4:30 in the morning, she says an intruder entered their home.
He seemed to have known the layout of our home really well. So he didn't bump into anything. I didn't wake up to anything. She didn't wake up to anything until he was actually in her room.
This is the bedroom where the crime took place. The woman was sleeping in this bed here when she woke to a noise. She thought it was her roommate, but opened her eyes to find a man standing over this dresser here with a flashlight going through her belongings. No property was taken and no one was hurt. Short says the burglar could have entered through a back door that's kept open for their cat. She also says once on scene, police saw evidence of a lock being picked. The case is now under investigation.
It's creepy. I always felt so safe coming home. As soon as I shut the door behind me, I feel like, you know, this is my sanctuary, and now it's just, I've never felt so violated in my life, and I'm really upset about it.
Break-ins have also been a concern for people living on the Mesa. People in the area say the suspects spend less than 4 minutes in the houses, breaking windows, stealing most electronics, and going through drawers. Police say they think this is the work of a ring composed of several people.
There's a special term for suspects, burglars, who will break into a house, usually at nighttime when the people are home and sleeping. We call those a hot prowl burglary.
One of President Ronald Reagan's favorite places to spend time was out on his ranch, and because of his deep appreciation for horses, he became an early fan of Western Central Coast artist Jim Stuckenberg.
And he heat it up. He likes the painting.
Stuckenberg says President Reagan loved anything to do with the West. He told me the first time he met him was in 1967, and then everyone was very happy when President Reagan was elected into office.
I couldn't believe that he got to be the president.
Deaf since birth, Stuckenberg is one of the world's most famed equine artists. Today he donated this bronze sculpture depicting the president on his favorite horse in honor of the centennial. Santa Barbara resident John Berletta played a very important role in the president's life. The former Army vet and Secret Service agent protected the president during his most favorite pastime, riding horseback.
It was nerve-wracking. People think I was up there having a good time. I wasn't. You know, we traveled around the world together, but my favorite assignment was riding horseback with him here in Santa Barbara.
Mrs. Reagan also rode and joined in on most of the rides. But one thing about President Reagan is he never missed an opportunity to saddle on up and get out on the trail.
Once in a great while, it'd be bad weather, and she would call up and say, "John, I'm not going to ride today, but my husband is." I said, "Well, I don't blame you, Miss Reagan. I wish I could stay back with you, too."
As we gear up to celebrate what would have been his 100th birthday, Barletta says we should all take the time to remember the legacy President Reagan has left behind as it continues to inspire people.
What a great man he was, personally. You know, his way of running the country, people would belittle him, people would call him names. He never did the opposite. He never, ever had a bad word for anybody.
92 motorcycle riders made their way from Oxnard to Santa Barbara, riding to honor fallen riders who died earlier this month within 2 weeks of one another in Oxnard. The first accident happened on January 9th. That's when Courtney Bombardo and Carmen Valenzuela were killed after a limousine hit them.
A car made a illegal left turn right in front of them. I guess the car didn't see them, and the car kind of cut them off.
Friends say the two women were fixtures at the motorcycle club Pacific Coast Riders, which organized today's ride along the coast.
One of them was my cousin, and the other person was a really good friend. It's really tough, you know, it's really hard. 6 days later, Don Aaron de la Cruz died after his bike collided with a car. On the heels of these tragedies, riders say they wanted to take this opportunity to send a message on motorcycle safety to drivers.
We organized this ride so everyone could see all these bikes and think about bikes for a minute.
Now, when it comes to bike safety, the burden doesn't fall so much on the riders, but rather the other drivers on the road.
So many times it's other vehicles that just are not paying attention, don't see the motorcycle.
Riders say drivers need to pay more attention and keep their eyes open to prevent another tragedy like what happened to their friends from happening.
You know, that 1 second could change somebody's life or end somebody's life. And I think that's something that's really important. They should maybe pause a second. It could save somebody's life. For Cupcake Angel Blake Colvin, these sugar-filled treats are so much more than dessert.
When it started, I thought I was too young to do anything. People wouldn't believe in me, but the community has really embraced me and supported me and helped out a lot. And it just proves that you're never too young to make a difference and help others.
It all started when she was in 8th grade and wanted to help a classmate that was battling leukemia. She used her passion for cupcakes as inspiration.
Ever since I was little, I've loved cupcakes. I even have a dog named Cupcake, and so I just thought it was the perfect way to help raise money.
With determination and drive, she ended up surpassing her goal of $1,000.
In 6 weeks, we raised $5,000, and so we just kept it going, raised for different national cancer research centers.
The idea for Cupcakes for Cancer was also sparked by her own experience.
When I was younger, I was misdiagnosed with a cancer, a rare cancer.
What Colvin had was an autoimmune disease. She underwent chemotherapy for 3 years to treat it.
And we give to Make-A-Wish Foundation, Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation, Cure Search, and individual families every now and then.
Cupcakes for Cancer started locally here in Solvang, but thanks to Blake's help, has gone national with frosting across America.
People can email us and they tell us if they want to help, and they can become a Cupcake Angel. And we send them the starter kit, which is just a bakery box with an apron and a cupcake brochure.
Making a sweet difference, one crumb at a time, Colvin says this journey has taught her believing in yourself goes a long way.
Learn that a simple idea can go really far because it's just a cupcake for $1, and like it's helped so many people, and it's like gotten so far, and we never thought it'd be like a national outreach now.
Reporting live from Santa Barbara, Lauren Posen, Key News.